Alright, so Algebra 2, Lesson 1-3, Adding and Subtracting Polynomials. If you have mastered Algebra 1, then you are ready to go. Everyone's laptop should be shut. There should be no drinks on your table. Unless it's water. Alright, so, who can read our objective for the day? Quiet raised hand. Ellery, go for it.
Combine like terms and add and subtract polynomials.
There it is. So, 50 XP to Ellery. Thank you, Aurelio. So, I think you guys already know how to add and subtract polynomials, so this should be pretty easy, hypothetically. We'll try this. So, when I have two different variables, what are like terms? Quiet raised hand for the first blank. Terms that have the same what and the same what. I guess the first two terms, if you can fill that in. India, go for it.
Variable and constant.
Ooh, close. Variable and something to do with their... So, 2x and 3x, I can add those even though that they don't have the same
power.
Same power, there it is. Everyone write it down. The same variable and the same power. By the way, today's date is August 29th. Make sure you have your name and date written on your paper. All right. And this one is even simpler. We are only allowed to add and subtract. Look at that title. What am I going to fill in here? 2 words. We are only allowed to add and subtract. Look at the title to the left of this category. Jaden? Good guess, 20 XP.
What was the question?
Aurelio? Like terms, Aurelio. 50 XP for you, 20 XP for Jaden.
I thought you said what was the how much XP for me?
50, you got it correct. Alright, so an example of adding like terms. X squared plus x squared. Those are like terms, and that turns into 2x squared. Other like terms would be y plus y turns into 2y. They have to have the same exponent, the same power, and the same letter, the same variable. That will mean that you can add them. So, when I say, what are like terms? They need the same what and what. You will say the same variable and power. Let's try it on 3. Like terms need the same what and what?
Power.
Come on, again, variable and power. Like terms are the same what and what?
Power and variable.
Aurelio, you're specifically doing that on purpose.
Sorry, variable and power.
Again, like terms, you need 2 things. You need what?
Variable and power.
All right, variable and power. So when adding and subtracting, this leading number doesn't change. Does anyone have a quiet raised hand to tell me what the vocabulary term is for that word? Aurelio, laptop shut. What is this thing called? This number in front of the variable? Anna. It is the coefficient. Thank you. 50 XP to Anna. Oh my gosh. I am sorry. Coefficient was the second one, not the first one.
Wait,
I know.
what was the second one?
Coefficient.
Oh, I got you the next one.
What never changes though when I do add or subtract? Ellery. The power. 50 XP to Ellery. Alright. Power never changes. You do change the coefficient. All we're doing today is adding and subtracting. Tomorrow we do multiplication and division. Today is just adding and subtracting. So all of today, if you change the power, you are doing something wrong. You only change the coefficient. You're adding and subtracting the coefficients if they are like terms. Everyone nod your head. At least you're awake. All right, so let's go to example 1. We got this. Who can tell me what the like terms are with a quiet raised hand? What are the like terms? Who can identify the like terms? The same hands over and over. I need some new people. What are the like terms? Lorea, go for it. And what are the other 2? Everyone follow along. Notice that Mr. Sindel is underlining and circling this operation in front of 3y squared, along with the operation in front of 4x squared. The operation is part of the thing you need to circle. That will remind you that this is a negative 4x squared, a positive 3y squared, a positive 2y squared. All right. So from there, I now need to actually add and subtract those like terms. Who can do the blue, the x squareds? Who can add and subtract the 2x squared with the negative 4x squared? One person. I see India's hand. That's it. Need more people. I see Beverly. I see Ellery. I see Anna. Colby, go for it. It is indeed a negative 2x squared because 2 minus 4 is negative 2. You leave the variable. You leave the power. Those do not change. Colby, 50 XP. Next person. Who can combine 3y squared and 2y squared? Bev Cheetos. It is indeed 5y squared. That is our final answer. Everyone box it. Now's the time to ask me questions. All right, now we're going to do distribution as well. How do I distribute a positive? Who can distribute a positive into this parentheses? And as a hint, I will tell you that this is, you should think of this as a positive 1. You should think of this as a negative 1. Who can distribute this positive 1 into the parentheses? Just 1, 2 people. India, go for it.
It's going to be positive c squared. Then it's going to be negative 7 because a positive times a negative is still a negative.
Yes, exactly. So what India did is she distributed this positive into the c squared, distributed this positive into the negative 7. You have to remember your rules. Let's try some shouting out. Each one of these is 10 XP if we can all get it on the first try. It's 50 for India, yeah. You should be able to pick it up by now. Do you not want to be a game warden? You can pass it off to someone else. All right, everyone shout it out. A positive times a positive is a?
Positive.
Again, a positive times a positive is a?
Positive.
10 XP for everyone. Let's try another one. A negative times a positive is a?
Negative.
Good, another 10 XP. Let's try this one. What's a negative times a negative?
Positive.
All right, that should be 30 XP in total now because each one of those is 10. Is there a quiet raised hand? Who can distribute this negative into c squared minus 7? Caroline. It is indeed a negative c squared plus 7. Everyone copy that down. Even if it's just a negative in front, you still distribute. You distribute whatever is in front. If it's a negative 3 or a negative, you distribute it. So let's try out. I think I have, just 2 more examples and we're out of here. Working on homework.
Yay.
All right, example number 2. What am I going to do? We just did it with distribution. Last line. After you distribute, you drop the parentheses. Anna, tell us what to do. Okay, so tell me what to write. Everyone rewrite it. B minus 3a squared. That did not change. There's no distribution that happens. Positive 2a squared. Ooh, careful. A positive times a negative is a? There it is, negative 4b. 50 XP to Anna. All right, so we have gotten rid of the distribution, which is the same thing as dropping the parentheses whenever it's a positive. That's our shortcut from last year. Now I need to find the like terms. Quiet raised hand. Who can identify what the like terms are? Just point them out to me. What are the like terms? Jaden, go for it.
So B and 4B are negative 4B?
B and negative 4b. I like how you said negative 4b, not just 4b. And then next is going to be
Negative 3A squared plus 2A.
there it is. Thank you, Jaden. That's 50 XP. Now I need to actually combine like terms. What's up, Leo? Oh, you have the answer? Oh, yeah. Go for it. Yeah, you have the answer for this one? This is equal to negative 3b. There it is. Thank you, Leo. 50 XP. There is our final answer. Box it. Good job. 50 XP to Leo. Now is a good time for questions. Colby.
That is not, what's when you actually have
Oh, yeah. It is not in standard form. So let's turn it into standard form. Colby, help me out.
negative a squared minus
All right, Aurelio, please give Colby 70 XP for the teacher error. Colby, do you have your extra credit tracker? Did I not hand those out yet? All right. I'll write on the board for now. I'll print out those extra credit trackers for tomorrow. I'm not going to be here tomorrow also. Just as a heads up.
Why not?
My son is still sick. I took off Monday, Tuesday. My wife took off Wednesday and today. I'm going to take off tomorrow. I wish. Chewy visited me, right? Chewy? That's actually why I didn't come on Monday, because I was scared that people would know where I lived. All right, example number 3. Let's do it. Our final example. What am I doing first? Is there a quiet raised hand? I couldn't tell who that was. Aurelio, go for it. Distribution. Tell me what to write then. Do I have any distribution to do for the first parentheses? Aurelio. No, so I'm just going to rewrite it. Tell us what to write. Then what? Still Aurelio. Gotta get that XP. Oh, so you're doing this sign? Oh. What's our question before Aurelio answers? Why did I distribute in example 2 and not example 3? In example 2, there was nothing to distribute here, so we just rewrote it. There's nothing to distribute here, so we just rewrote it. What Aurelio is about to do now is he's about to distribute, just like we did here, he's about to distribute this negative now. If there's no sign in front of it, just drop the parentheses. Aurelio, go for it. 2n cubed, yep. There it is. Thank you, Aurelio. Give yourself 50 XP. Aurelio correctly distributed that negative. All right. We're almost done. I need to find like terms and add them. Sam, go for it. What are the like terms? Just do that for us, and then we'll have someone else combine them. Ooh, careful. Not just 4m, but negative. There it is. Okay, keep going. N to the power of 3. Perfect. A positive 6 and a positive 3. Just do different shapes. Underline, circles, squares to let you know which one are the like terms. Thank you, Sam. 50 XP. Thank you, Aurelio. Who can combine those like terms for our last step and be done with the notes? Anna, get us out of here. Negative m squared is fine too. You can do negative 1m squared or negative m squared. Plus 9. Is that your final answer, or do we have to do one more step after that? Say it louder. Perfect. And I'll let someone else do that so they can get XP. So it's XP to Anna. We now need to put it in standard form. Who can do that for us? Colby. 50 XP to Colby, and we are now done with the notes. Ask me questions now. Do not do your summary in class. The summary is for homework. If I see you doing the summary, I'm going to be very disappointed in you. Give yourself time to forget, to fall down the curve of forgetting, and then review by doing the summary. You're still game master or game warden for the rest of the class still. Riley, do you believe that everyone was positive and hardworking for those notes? Okay, then don't give them the XP. So, we are now done with notes. You are on to Khan Academy. If you have missing assignments, do that after the assignment for today. We have 2 for today. Regular adding and subtracting, and then adding and subtracting with distribution. After you finish those 2 assignments, finish any missing assignments that you might have. Thank you.